unemployment has become a major concern in Bangladesh. Even though the unemployment rate declined in the last 5 years, the number of unemployed persons with tertiary level education even doubled. And when we look at the graduates from the National University, which is the largest provider of tertiary education, the results and the evidences are pretty more depressing. These studies attempt to explore if the academic performance of the National University graduate really facilitate them to get a permanent employment in the labor market. To address this research question, we used the World Bank CEDP Tracer Study 2021 survey, which involved more than 1,600 graduates from the national universities. We used the Eurostat's new definition of harmonized indicators at unemployment and also used the logit estimates to address this research question. To address the concern, we also first tried to see what are the probable factors that may contribute to the increased potentiality of graduates for being called for an interview by an employer. The results from our exercises are pretty interesting. We found that even though the academic performance helps a graduate with better chance of being called for an interview by an employer, but it does not necessarily significantly affect him or her to be of getting hired finally by the employer. In other words, the employers may shortlist the candidates on the basis of a better academic performance, but it does not really reflect that the academic performance is the contributor or the factors that may employers think of to hire a specific graduate. Instead, it is the prior work experience that matters in case of recruiting a graduate by a specific employer in his or her organization. That means employers rely more on acquisition of skill by the graduates rather than the theoretical training received from the colleges of national universities. This really poses a serious concern. The question is, the CGPA that is obtained from a national university really reflect the required competency for a graduate to enter in the labor market, or this skill is really pertinent to the labor market or not. Our findings calls for a serious concern in case of policy implementation. The first is we need to strengthen our industry-academia linkage, and second is our findings also may contribute the government and also the development practitioners to resign or redesign any kind of policy intervention regarding facilitating the graduates in the perspective of quality building or any kind of training that is required more in the context of labor market demand.